Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So we continue our lecture on module 14, which is a routing concept. So I hope that every one of you can browse through the slide, module 14 routing concept, and I will just to focus more on the configurations part. Okay, so for today, our objective is to configure static routings. Okay, we are going to configure static routing on this topology network. So before we jump into the configuration, so let's learn about the basics functions of the router. So this is the router. So there are two functions of the router, which is the router function, which is the functions will do the process of determining the path determinations, which is the router will looks based on its routing table informations to look the best route to pass packet from one network to another network. So the second function is to forward the packets. So once the best route has been determined, so the router will forward the packets to the destination. So that is the primary two functions of the router. Okay, I will give to you the example. For example, let's say PC1 here. Okay, let's say PC1 here, the IP address is 10.10. Want to pass the packets to PC number 3. So I already configure the IP address. As you can see that this PC number 1 be able to ping its default gateway here, and PC number 3 also be able to ping the default gateway here. So the IP is 30.10. Okay, for example, PC number 1 want to send a ping request to PC number 3. Okay, ping 192.168.30.10, which is PC number 3, and it will shows to you destination unreachable. Why? Okay, we need to check our routing. Is there any information to goes to 30.0 network inside R1? So we can issue the command, okay, enable. You can use a command show IP route. Okay, when you issue the command show IP routes, you can see that the information, so we call this information as the routing entries. Okay, so inside the router we'll have routings table. Okay, hope you can see. So inside the router we'll have the routing table. So dalam routing table ni akan ada maklumat ni lah. As you can see that these are the informations of the network of the destination network. So dalam router 1 just has the informations how to go to the network 10.0. Okay, kalau kita tengok dekat sini, router number 1 ada maklumat untuk pergi ke 10.0.0.0, and also has the informations to go to the network 192.10.0 and informations to go to the network 20.0. How about 30.0 and 40.0? As you can see that there is no informations to go to the network 30.0 and 40.0 inside this routing table. So means that the routers doesn't know how to forward the packets. Okay, because there is no information 30.0 network and 40.0 network inside his router. So dia tak boleh nak forward lah sebab dia tak ada informations 30.0. So we need to tell the routers, okay, how to go to network 30.0 and 40.0, dan kenapa 10.0, 20.0 and 10.0.0 networks ada. Okay, kenapa tiga network ni ada? 10.0, 10.0.0.0 dan 20.0. Kenapa tiga network ni ada, yang lagi dua ni tak ada? Alright. Kenapa? Okay. As you can see that inside this routing table, we have a label C kan. So C means that the connected interface. So once you configure the IP address on that interface, the router will learn and add this network inside your routing table. But 30.0 and 40.0 is outside from the router 1 interface. So there is no information about 30.0 and 40.0 inside router number 1. But in router number 2, these two informations will be added. Sebab dia connected kepada router 2 interface. Okay, show IP route, you can see. Okay, you akan nampak lah. Dalam show IP route, you akan nampak 10 ni ada sebab sebelah sini. And then 30.0 ada, 40.0 ada. Okay, tetapi 10 dengan 20 tak ada. So that's why bila you ping from 10.0 to 30.0, you tak boleh dapat lah. You ping from 10.10 to 30.10, tak dapat sebab tak ada maklumat dalam routing table. So we need to add this entry. So there are two ways. Okay, there are two ways how to build the routing table. Okay, so first is by using the static routing. Okay, kalau you pakai static routing means that you manually add it. Okay, manually add. Okay, manually add it. And second is dynamic routing. So which is the network we learn by routing's algorithm. So kita akan configure menggunakan routing algorithm. So this routing algorithm will pass the packets and then they learn themselves of the remote destination. For example, we have EIGRP, we have RIP, we have OSPF routings protocol. So you configure dynamic routings, it will learn automatically lah, it will learn themselves. Okay, so ada dua lah, ada beberapa perbezaan lah antara static dengan dynamic. So static, simple words, kalau berlaku perubahan, contohnya katalah tiba-tiba 10.0 ni you nak tukar kepada 11.0 for example. So you need to manually remove 10.0 and add 11.0 on router number 1. Okay, and also router number 2. Tapi kalau you ubah interface, doesn't matter lah. You cuma tambah manually dalam router number 2. Tapi for dynamic routing, you cuma advertise network yang baru you tambah dan you buang network yang lama. So you tak perlu buat perubahan dalam router number 2. Okay, so dia akan update sendirilah. So router dengan neighboring router will be send the packets to do the process of untuk dia buat agencies untuk dia create agencies. Dia buat process of synchronizing to sync the routes. Okay, dia akan buat agencies lah dengan neighboring router antara router 1 and router number 2 kalau you pakai dynamic. Okay, kalau you pakai static, you kena manually add. Okay, so for CCNA 2, we just cover until configuration just cover until static routing. Tapi next semester CCNA 3 kita akan masuk kepada configurations for dynamic routing, which is OSPF routings configurations. Okay, so now kita belajar macam mana kita nak configure static routing. Okay, so here as we can see that after you configure the interface IP address for interface G0/0, 0/1, serial 0/0/0, the router will automatically add this network. So we just need to add network 30.0 and 40.0 to this router number 1. For router number 2, the router number 2 already have the information about 30.0 network, 40.0 network, and 10.0 network. We just need to add 10.0 network and 20.0 network inside router number 2. Okay, so we can do the configurations. Okay, so the command is, we need to go to global configuration mode first. The command is simple. You can use your command IP route. Okay, and we will ask to you destination prefix. So router number 1, we need to add destination. Our destination to be added inside our routing table is 30.0 and 40.0. So you need to use network address 192.168.30.0 network. And what is the mask? The subnet mask is 255.255.255.0 because this network is /24. Okay, and then question mark, you can see that there are asking for your forwarding router address and the interface. So here the next command yang you kena letak adalah you can choose dua. Okay, I shows to you here. There are two methods for static routing. To do the configuration for static routing configurations command. Okay, so let's say R1 config hatch okay, first command IP route yang ni. Okay, lepas tu you akan letakkan dia punya IP route, you akan letakkan destination address. Okay, address you akan letak prefix mask. Okay, so dekat belakang ni kita nak letak apa? So ada dua option. Option yang pertama, sama ada you letakkan next hop address. Okay, so next hop address, ataupun okay, saya kecilkan sikit lah ataupun you boleh letakkan your exit gateway interface. Boleh. So dekat sini je dah beza. Okay, sama ada you boleh pakai next hop address ataupun you boleh gunakan exit gateway interface of your router. Contoh R1 kat sini. So katakanlah you nak pakai next hop address, you ni R1, you akan ambil router punya address. Okay, next hop address which is interface serial 0/0/0 on router number 2. So kalau you check dekat router number 2, ni router number 2 you buat show IP interface brief. So IP dia adalah untuk serial ni kan, IP adalah 10.0.0.2. Okay, so you akan pakai this IP address. Okay, 30.0. Okay, so you know that the next hop address is 10.0.0.2. Okay, and then you enter. So this is one method. Okay, for the second method you can use IP route, and then we have the information need to be added is 40.0 network, subnet mask 255.255.255.0 network. So the first method shows to us we can use next hop address. Okay, you boleh pakai next hop address ataupun you boleh pakai exit gateway interface of your router. Maksudnya router kita lah, gateway router kita. So gateway router kita yang nak keluar exit interface is serial 0/0/0 dekat router 1. So you boleh letak kat sini as 0/0/0. Okay, default route without gateway. Okay, IP route if not, okay, maksud dia beritahu lah kalau tak ada gateway. So if not point to point interface, sebab kita point to point interface, so maybe. Alright, so never mind. Show IP route to check the routing table is it updated with the new network 30.0 and 40.0 network. Kita check. Yes, it's labeled as a S. So S means static routes. So dah tambah dah. 30.0 dah bertambah, 40.0 dah bertambah dalam routing table. So itu saja. So dia bagi tahu lah untuk pergi ke network 30.0 macam mana. So dia akan forward kita punya packets kepada 10.0.0.0 interface, which is next router. Untuk pergi ke 40.0 directly connected, so dia akan pass out the packets exit to this serial interface. So dia akan pass melalui serial.0.0 interface. So dia akan pass packet keluar daripada interface S000, pass pergi kepada router to interface. So ada dua method untuk kita buat configuration. So if we try to ping, let's say we try to ping 192.168.30.10, kita ping daripada PC1 to PC number 3, still unsuccessful because of router 2 kita tak configure lagi static routing. Sebab dia manual So kita kena configure lah static routing. Okay, same method. Kalau you tengok show IP route, okay, do show IP route. You nampak router number 2 cuma ada 3 network lah, 10, 30 dan 40. So kita kena tambah network 10 dengan 20 lah kat sini. So use the command IP route. Okay, add the network 192.168.10.0 network 255.255.255.0 and use the next hop address. So the next hop address is show IP interface brief. So the serial interface is 10.0.0.1. So you can configure 10.0.0.1. Okay, so you add another network 20.0.1. Okay, and you save the configurations. So now issue the command show IP route. Okay, 30 and 40 network has been added, and then the label 20, 10 and 20 network has been added and labeling is S. So S means that static routing lah. Okay, sudah bertambah. So we try ping from PC1. So we use the same command. So now successful ping. So let's try to the 40 network. So 40 networks is 40.10. So ping to 40.10. Successful. Okay. So yang ni clear. So untuk static routing, memang you all kena configure manually lah. So you need to identify how many network still not inside your routing tables. So mudah saja dalam contoh macam ni ada 5 network, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 networks, and then inside our routing table already added the directly connected interface. So 3 network ni added automatically once you configure the IP address dekat interface ni. So bila configure, dia tu add dalam routing table. So you cuma perlu tambah 2 network sahajalah, 30 and 40. Okay, same goes to router number 2. So I think just that for configurations. Okay, so kita akan tengok sikit lagi So sikit lagi kalau kita tengok dekat sini last Okay, so we have one default route. Okay, default route. Okay, sebab kita tengok dekat sini kita cuma ada maklumat kepada 30.0, 40.0. Okay, let's say kita ping 40.10 dapat lah kan. So kalau katakanlah kita ping kepada 50.10, dia tak dapat. Okay, so what happen, ataupun kita cuba ping www.google.com, tak dapat nak solve lah benda tu. Okay, so kalau selain daripada this network, macam mana paket tadi nak forward? So router tak tahu. So normally inside router dalam network kita ni dia akan ada satu router yang forward the packet keluar lah. So untuk handle Maksudnya default route ni senang cakap So default route is to handle the network that has not been advertised in routing table. Okay, so dia akan, kita selalunya default route ni kita akan configure dalam router yang ada connectivity to internet. Okay, ASP lah, yang ada connected pergi pada ASP, sebab router tu dia boleh forward packet pergi ke mana-mana sajalah. Okay, sebagai contoh kan, katakanlah dalam topologi ni kita tambah satu lagi router. Okay, so ni adalah ISP router. Let's say this is the ISP router. Okay, so ISP router, so dia connected kepada interface dekat sini sebagai contoh. So ditambah, add. Okay, okay, katakanlah macam ni, ini adalah ISP router. Okay, katakanlah ni kita ada HQ, ni adalah branch adalah HQ. So bila ada request network, contoh PC number 1 ni request internet pergi kepada www.google.com contohnya. So dia akan forward packet pada router, router tengok tak ada. So router ni akan pass kepada default route, sebab dalam routing table dia akan check lah yang mana default route. So dia akan pass kepada router, router akan check, dia akan pass kepada internet. So dia akan keluar daripada network kita lah. Okay, so selalunya default route ni kita configure dekat router yang ada connectivity to the ISP. Okay, so configurations for default route ni mudah. Command dia sama juga macam tadi, default route. Okay, default route commands same as previously, sama je macam yang kat atas ni. Ni dia. Okay, cuma this time IP route, you nak route IP route, so you akan letakkan destination. So sebab kita nak handle network yang lain-lain yang tak ada dalam kita punya routing table yang letak tu kan, so kita akan menggunakan all entries. So kalau you letak semua kosong, bermaksud semua destination. Okay, IP route semua destination. Okay, semua subnet mask, all subnet mask, you nak forward pergi kepada mana. So dalam case kita ni, kita akan forward pergi kepada router ni lah. So kita akan letakkan interface ISP. Okay, dekat sini. Okay, so command dia, for example, we can use sample command. Tapi yang ni tak buat lah sebab yang ni tak ada connection to internet. Okay, tapi command dia adalah IP route 0.0.0.0 0.0.0.0. So let's say you are using, sebab kita tak tahu net address saya tak configure so we use this interface interface apa ni okay, serial 0/0/1 S001. Okay, so sebab S001 ni tak up lagi kan, so kita buat no shut dulu lah. Okay, katakanlah kita set satu IP dekat sini. Okay, kita set IP address 10.0.0.5 for example 255.5.252. Okay, so kita akan pass kat sini lah. Kat sini let's say kita configure enable config t host name ISP. Okay, interface S00. Okay. So kita tengoklah. Katakanlah ini selalunya pergi ke internet lah. So dia akan gunakan public IP line. So let's say dekat sini kita ada configure default route. Kita akan tengok apa beza dalam routing table. So di show IP route, you can see. Okay. Kalau tadi kalau C adalah connected interface, S adalah static routing. So S star adalah default route. So any packets yang keluar daripada situ, dia akan hantar pergi pada router number 2 untuk forward pergi kepada ISP router. Sebab ISP router ada maklumat tentang semua network selain daripada network yang kita advertise ni lah. So I think itu sahajalah untuk static routing configuration. So hopefully you can understand and you can proceed to configure the packet tracer for your lab sessions today. Alright, class, thank you. Assalamualaikum.